What is up, guys? Creed, sit down. Lay down.
It's kind of funny.
What is up, guys? It's your boy Abe coming at you with another video. Today's video stems from an idea I have. I was thinking to myself, I was like, what is one of the causes for people to not go to the gym or to have inefficiencies in growth when they go to the gym? And one of the things was you guys don't know what to do when you guys get there. So I decided I'm going to make a video series pertaining to how to create your own workout plan pertaining to the different body parts, and that being arms, chest, back, legs, and maybe I'll add in push-it or a pull day in there as well. This is the first installment, and we're going to start with legs.
There is hope. Hope is alive in us, because today we will make a stand against evil. Today, we will plant our feet firm for justice. Today, we will squat over our fallen enemies, because today is a new day. Today is Leg Day.
Now, there's a huge stigma in the fitness community about training legs and making fun of people who don't train legs, the whole, oh, I skipped leg day and the bro science. I figured the main point or the main reason why people skip leg day is simply because they don't know what to do during their leg workout. Or maybe they don't skip leg day, but they aren't seeing the growth from their leg days, and that gets discouraging. And it might be simply because they aren't training their legs the right way. So this is going to be a common occurrence in the videos moving forward with this series. But first, I want to talk to you a little bit about the anatomy with the legs.
The bone connected to the ankle bone connected to the leg bone connected to the knee bone.
So when it comes to the anatomy in the legs, we have four main parts of the leg that people commonly work out in the gym. The first one is quads, followed by hamstrings, followed by glutes, and lastly finishing up with calves. So all these parts of the legs can be broken up into lower tiers of muscle groups that go into it. For instance, you have the gluteus maximus, the gluteus minimus, and the gluteus medius. This video won't really focus on how to train each individual part of the muscles, but that's something you can do on your own. So first off, we're gonna start with what you should think about doing right when you enter the gym before you even go in and work out at all, and that is warming up and stretching. So what you wanna think about when you're warming up and stretching is you wanna get the muscles warm, sort of loosened up so you can perform the lift with minimal injury. A lot of people go into the gym and they just go right into the exercise, and that's terrible because your muscles are so tight, and when things are tight, you gotta think it's easier for them to break. It's like, I was gonna use an example of ice, but ice just melts. That's a terrible example. It's like when you have Laffy Taffy. At first you have the Laffy Taffy right out the packet. You could bite that shit.
And you kiss your mother with that mouth?
At first you have the Laffy Taffy, and it's really hard right out the wrapper, and you can like break it in two. But after you mess with it a little while, it becomes easier to manipulate and make into different shapes. And that's sort of what you want to do to your muscles, or what you should think about. So usually for legs, what I do, I'll warm up with 5 minutes on an elliptical or maybe a bike machine. I really love the Stairmaster, but I use Stairmaster mostly for cardio, so I might not do that, but that's also a good option. And then after, I move on to some light stretching, touch my toes, spread my legs out, and just to get myself ready for the lift. So now we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of what you go into your leg day for when you're playing after plan, and that is the exercise.
I'm using different muscle groups depending on the size and shape of the trash I'm hauling.
Let's go! Let's go! The clock is ticking and 10 months will be over before you know it! Don't you give up!
When you're planning out your day, you gotta think about what'll make my leg look beefy, but at the same time, what'll make my leg look symmetric, if you get what I'm saying. Think about standing sideways. If you train your quads so much, but you never focus on your hamstrings, your quads are gonna be this beefy, defined muscle group, and then your hamstrings are not only gonna look underdeveloped, but they're also not gonna be able to help you with the big movements, and vice versa. So the thing with the legs is you really only have to focus on that with the quads and the hamstrings. With the calves and the glutes, unless you're specifically targeting building a butt, you don't really have to target the gluteus maximus mainly because by working out the hamstrings and the quads, you'll inadvertently work the gluteus maximus. So by working the quads and the hamstrings, that'll grow unless you want to target it specifically to encourage more growth. For calves, I usually encourage incorporating 4 to 8 sets of a calf lift every leg day that you do. So that's something simple you can do at the end, just like give yourself a little cool down exercise, maybe 2 different exercises focusing on the calf muscle. So now for selecting exercises, it's my personal opinion that every leg day should focus on one of the 3 big movements to start off. And these are the squats, the deadlifts, and the Romanian deadlifts. So I'm gonna start with the squats. So the squats are a very important exercise in terms of legs and quad growth, and it's a very big compound exercise that everybody knows about in the fitness world. Very important. I feel like you should do squats at least once, if not 2 times a week, just to work out everything from your quads, your lower back. It works out your abs a little bit. It does everything for you. And it's just one of those basic movements that really gets you a lot of growth and development. So to move on to the second exercises, being the Romanian deadlift or RDL and the regular deadlift. The difference between the two is that the Romanian deadlift works the hamstrings more, while the deadlift compounds both quad movement and the hamstring movement to give you more growth in both areas. Good thing about these exercises is, again, it's another one of those big compound movements that's legendary in the fitness world. And it works everything from your quads a little bit to your hamstrings, and it's just a good foundation to start your whole workout on. So now that we've done the big movements, we want to move on to the smaller, more targeted exercises that we call accessories. So I'm not going to get into the accessories that you should incorporate. That's not what this video is about. It's just about the basics. But I will tell you that whatever you do when you're thinking about building up your leg day or trying to go in and just focusing on legs, that the hamstrings and the quads, like I said before, have an even amount of sets or are worked out evenly during the workout. I say this with a caveat. You can work out the quads, focusing on the quads one day, and then move on to another day of focusing on the hamstrings and round out the training during the week to where during the week you have an equal split of quads and hamstring workouts. But that's a little bit more advanced. If you want to just go in for the day, just thinking I want to hit legs today, you should really think about equaling out the quads and the hamstring. And that's essentially it for the basics of trying to create your own leg day. For example, I'm going to give you guys a little glimpse of what I go in and do in the leg day, even though it's a little bit weird. But I do just want to say that everybody's different, so everybody should focus on their target areas that they care about. Like for instance, I really didn't talk about the gluteus maximus that much because that's a very niche muscle group that mostly females target. So really everything should be tailored to you. So what we're gonna do next is head over to the gym. I'm gonna go through some of my leg day and give you guys tips of what I do when I'm in there, round it all off. So that'll probably be it for me here. So let's go to the gym, hit my squats. Hopefully I can get my top set for today, which I'll explain later. Peace. All right, guys, so I talked to you a little bit about the anatomy that goes into making a leg day program for you guys. Not really a leg day program, but a leg day workout. So I'm gonna take you guys through a little bit of my workout, which is a little bit weird because I'm focusing on power at the same time as bodybuilding. So what I do here is the first half of the workout, I do a little bit of a powerlifting set. On the second half of the workout, I do my bodybuilding movements where I work on both the quads and the hamstrings. So I already warmed up a little bit, which you guys saw. So now I'm gonna get into the higher weight classes for me, which is, I think the top set for me is gonna be 4 or 5 today. And then work on a couple sets lower than that, about RPE of 7 or 8. And then I'm gonna move on to the bodybuilding. So let's get started. So I just finished with my power building part of my leg day. As you saw, I hit my top set of 405, but it was really easy and I hit a PR, 405 by 3, like you guys saw. So I decided to go up to what my current max is, which is 435. And I called a couple of guys around and helped ask if they could spot me, safety first. And I was able to get it, so that was really cool. And I hit it easier than I did a little while ago, so that means I'm making progress and this is actually working for me. Just wanted to point out, you guys saw me put on my leg sleeves and also weight belt. That is all preventative or supportive materials that you use when weightlifting. The knee pads are used to help stabilize my knees for heavier lifts, and then the weight belt is supposed to support my back and sort of create some compression for better back stability on my spine. I just wanted to comment, I'm taking off my knee sleeves now for the rest of my leg workout, and I'm not wearing my weight belt for the rest of the workout, because these things are only supposed to be used for supportive measures, meaning that like on those heavy lifts only. If you wear knee sleeves or knee wraps and the weight belt for the whole workout, you're really losing out on the stability you gain by working out, doing different exercises and compound movements that actually help stabilize your back and help grow your lower back. So by actually wearing them for the whole time, you actually hurt your progress in terms of your lower back and ability to not get hurt when doing these larger lifts. So now I'm gonna move on to some of my accessories. Just going back to the building a leg day thing, I hit mostly a quad-based exercise with my squats. So now the rest of the leg day is gonna focus mostly on hamstrings, but I'm still gonna work on some quad activities in there as well. And then we're also gonna hit the calves to make a well-rounded leg day. So This might be the last time I talk to you while I'm in the gym because I don't like talking in the gym. And also the guys are playing some music pretty loud, so I don't even know if you can hear this. But yeah, let's get started and hit the end of this leg day.